Welcome back to another TFT video. This is set 16.3. I think it's the A patch of set 16.3. And if you were around for that time of time, this is for the historical period, you'll know that Aurelion Sol is a very broken comp. It has dominated this patch. They buffed him, or they kind of reworked Aurelion Sol. They changed the way that he scales, and well, he's definitely overtuned. So this is the last day before there's going to be a B patch apparently to nerf him. So I thought like, I haven't really been playing much TFT in the past week since the 16.3 patch came out. So I haven't got to experience this ASOL meta much. I think I played like one night. We played some double ups or something, but that was about it. So I thought that yeah, just for the fun of it, before the broken ASOL goes away, I thought I'd try to hard force it. I looked up on YouTube. I found a guide from a person named Brosev, who's a challenger player who does coaching and guides and stuff. I was like, okay, he's got a guide on how to play ASOL in 16.3. I'll just try to follow it and see how it goes, just for funsies. Like I said, I want to see how broken this ASOL really is. So I tried just a couple of games in normal just to get a feel for like I was like trying to follow his guide and like figure out what his guy was trying to tell me how to do. So I kind of got a sense of it, but I didn't win any games when I was playing my normals. And I think, okay, I think I understand the cop now. So this is me going into my first ranked game. He says he says if you can solo um, Kiana or any of the there's like 4 or 5 different one cots you can solo with. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is find econ. So his guide said find econ. I'm like, well, there's none of these are really econ. Like, okay, well, Silver Destiny gives you 2 gold at least. That's kind of econ, but yeah, the guide says to find an econ trait, but I couldn't find one, so I just took Band of Thieves. I mean, I took the random thing, it gave me Band of Thieves, which is actually okay because one, it's the Gwen portal, so you get scissors to break apart your Band of Thieves. I looked at which character between these three could do more damage. I was like, okay, Jarvan doesn't do damage. He like increases your team's attack speed. Rumble deals damage, so I gave him the Thieves Glove just in theory kill a unit. But again, according to Brosef's guide, you just want to make econ. Like, there's 2 different ways to play. Like on a high resource portal, like gold subscription or loot sub, you can sort of by win streak. But if it's a low gold portal, like this one is a pretty low gold portal, it's going to give us components and also was a silver start. So it's going to be a really low econ game. So like the goal here is just to make econ as aggressively as possible. So I see I made 10 on 1-4, so I got that first econ on 1-4 by only playing a single unit that can control the creeps on 1-4. And then here I just want to make 20 as fast as possible. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't care about any of this stuff. Actually, I do end up scouting the other players, although I don't do it this round. And I look at all the other players, and they're all playing like really strong boards. So like even if I wasn't like super concerned about making econ, it doesn't really matter what board I build here because I can't beat anybody. Like everybody has like 2-star upgrades, items. Okay, I take that back. This one player that I'm fighting right here has a really weak board. So actually, I'm glad that I ended up selling. Again, I didn't scout to determine that I should have done this. I just kind of like wanted to make econ, and then I benefit from the fact that I opened into this one guy who's like really weak. And I actually killed one unit, so I preserved 2 health. Again, the goal of stage 2 with this guide is just to make econ as much as possible. So here I was like, well, no, this is where I scout, I think. It's like, okay, I can make a Demacia board here. I could play 3 Demacia, which is a valid like early game board. I'm like, well, would that give me any kills? I look around, I'm like, a lot of people with 2 stars and slammed items. I'm like, nah, let's just follow the guide. The guide says to make econ like as aggressively as possible, specifically on a low econ portal like this one. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't normally play this way, but I'll just sell open again for. It's not like I was trying to grief anyone. I was just trying to make 30 interest on my interest breakpoint here. So it's not like I was trying to grief like Ixtal player or anything. But yeah, because I got that 2 gold from Silver Destiny, I was able to make the 20 breakpoint, and then immediately I was able to make the 30 breakpoint by selling my entire board. So off to a good start as far as the guide goes. Like again, it says to make econ. Also, I get carousel priority, which is nice. I want to make ASL items. ASL, you want to make Jewel Gauntlet, Nashers right now are the broken things. So I was like, oh, Nashers. I'm like, I mean, Jewel Gauntlet, that's the first thing. I'm like, wait a minute. What about a frying pan? I've also heard ASL is broken with Invoker ammo, and I so happen to have this tier over here. I'm like, yeah, wait a minute, Invoker ammo. I would have gone for the glove to make the JG because you need the JG first, and then you need like a Nashers after. Nashers is not as good if you don't have JG, but yeah, I got the option to get a pan here for an Invoker emblem. This is Leona. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna need that. So unfortunately, there's no way for me to make 40 here while holding the Leona. So I'm like, well, I could make 40 or I could hold the Leona. Like those are my 2 options. And I decided to like, I'll just play a stupid board. Maybe I can kill a unit. I got the glove from that Gwen encounter. Gwen just came by and gave me a glove, so I didn't actually looked at the fact that I didn't need a glove anyway. Again, I had scouted previously and I looked at other players' boards. Everyone else has pretty strong boards, so like I'm not worried about like maintaining my loss streak. I'm like, okay, I have clearly the weakest board possible. Unfortunately, again, I wasn't able to make 40. I could have made 40 if I sold the Leona, but I'm not confident enough in my ability to play this comp. Maybe the optimal strategy was to sell Leona. Probably not. Getting the two-star Leona is too important. I would suspect that even like a high-level player would have done it that way and kept the Leona, but I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really been watching much TFT this patch. Go ahead and just throw in like some random dudes on my board. I got two Disruptor for no particular reason, just because they were the units they were in my shop that like were playable. My goal is just to kill like 1 or 2 units per round here. I'm not trying to like build the strongest board or anything. Just trying to lose streak, make whatever econ breakments I can while still holding on to Leona. Again, even if I sold everything except for Leona, I still wouldn't make econ here, so there's no reason to play a weaker board. So do I kill a unit here? Oh, the Jin's out. Can I kill it? Yes, kill a unit. Okay, that's all I wanted. And then the guide says it's good to hold Piltover. Like you want to get Piltover on your board eventually. I probably will never play Caitlyn, but whatever. I had 1 extra gold there. Okay, so stage two goal was complete. I made 50 gold. That was the goal of my stage two. I can sell all this other stuff. I can actually play 4 Invoker randomly right here. I'm like, oh, 4 Invoker, why not? I'm like, is this gonna beat the Krugs? I was a little worried. Like I know 4 Invoker does a lot of damage, but like I was a little worried if it was gonna beat the Krugs here. So I go ahead and play this random Jarvan on my board, just so I have like a modicum of fun. It looks like Leona probably could have tanked it just fine. I just wasn't 100% sure. The guide also says to play 2 Arcanists, although I think you're supposed to play Nico and Swain. There's another Invoker there. I could hold it if I get a 2-star. What's his face? I could hold it for. He could hold my items for ASL. Okay, so the guide said the goal of stage two was to make as much econ as possible, and then it said basically it's like use the 3-2 augment to do whatever you didn't do on 2-1. So like if you didn't do econ on 2-1, then try to get econ on 3-2. But if you did econ on 2-1, maybe then you're supposed to try to get items for either your tank or your ASL. That's what Bro's guide said. So I kind of already have the items part down, one out of Thief's Glove, and because it's like the Gwen portal throwing extra components at us, and I didn't get econ, so I really, really, really want to get an econ augment here. Basically, is what it all boils down to. And then on 3-5, the guide says to go to 7 and roll until you're stable. It says you don't have to unlock ASO on 3-5, but just roll until you're stable on 3-5. That's my short-term future here. Look for an econ augment, first step. None of those are econ. I'm like, no, none of those are really econ either. I'm like, I could take Crimea River, I guess. Okay, like, oh, explosive growth. Okay, well, that's kind of econ. It's not the best econ, but it was the only thing that I was offered, so went ahead and take it. Again, the goal is not to win yet. The goal is to get to 3-5 and then start winning, or at least be stable enough that you can kill most of your opponent's board. I do have these Gwen scissors, so it's like I was trying to think like, should I break apart the Thief's Glove? But it doesn't really give me any slams. I don't want to make Quicksilver, and I don't want to make Infinity Edge. So I'm like, well, I can break apart anything. I may as well make the Bloodthirster, and I can break apart that. I mean, at least it's kind of a tank item. It gives Garen like a health shield, so out of the components I have, I mean, I could have made Sterix, but I'm trying to save the belt for the first Nashor's Tooth. So I want to get the first bow is going to go with that belt. Um, anyways, that's my plan so far. I actually won here. I played my strongest board, which is like Garen plus Demacia and plus 4 Invoker. So like it was all 1 star, but it's another way you could try to do is you could try to play around Demacia. If I didn't have this Invoker emblem, I would probably try to play around 5 Demacia from this position. But because I have the Invoker emblem, I'm not as interested in playing the Demacia shell. In fact, I'd rather play the Freljord shell because you can play, um, the 2 backline Freljord invokers, Anivia and Lysandra, and then like 2 of the frontliners like Sejuani or Braum, whichever ones you can hit. I just give you because I have the invoker emblem, like you could easily play 4 Invoker plus like the Freljord frontliners, whichever ones you hit 2-star. So that's what I was thinking at this point. I was like trying to decide if I wanted to go into more of a Demacia shell or not. But again, because of the invoker emblem, I decided not to. Plus, I have this 2-star. What's his face? The Melio. I have the two-star, I almost have a two-star Melia, so like he could be my item holder early game. Okay, again, I want the bow. I really want to get that first Nashor's too. There's also one in affiliates, which I do need one copy of to unlock ASIL, so nothing wrong with that. Definitely don't want another sword on a Garen, even though the Garen's tempting. Like I really don't want more swords. One sword is honestly more than I need, and it's already slammed into a BT. But yeah, okay. So the goal it said was to go to 7 here and then roll until you're stable. That's what the guide said. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So I'm gonna go to 7. Actually, I'm already 7. Did I just pre-level? No, that was explosive growth. Never mind. We get another component from Gwen. I got another belt. But again, first priority is to make the Nashor's Tooth. I did get the 2-star Milios here, so I'm like, okay, well, if the goal is to be stable, which is what the guide says to do, I'd rather put my ASIL items on the Milio first. And actually, the Thesco is really good on the Leona because I need that to unlock Diana once she's 2-star, and the Thesco is a great way to unlock Diana, so that's good. So this actually worked out pretty well. 4 Invoker, again, 3 Defender, 3 Demacia, but I actually have real items on a 2-star Milio, so I can actually like expect to kill some units now. But the guide says to roll until you're stable on 7, so I'm just going to keep rolling. Again, I was pretty slow there. I'm not familiar with playing this comp, especially not this Invoker variation. I probably should have rolled a little bit more, should have found at least one frontline upgrade. So that's what I do here. Okay, I'm like, okay, there we go. And I even got the Taric, which is super lucky. You're not guaranteed to get the Taric on when you do your stabilization roll on 7. But yeah, I'm good to go. Actually, I don't have the Zoe yet. I realize I don't have the Zoe. I'm like moving out of the Demacia stuff. Like I said, I wasn't really interested in playing Demacia. I'd rather play around Freljord in the near term. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. I think about putting a Defender here, and it's over the Braum. Not sure if that would have been better. Certainly, if I could have got the Vi and the Seraphine on the board for Piltover, that probably would have been better. But I think the 4 Invoker is better at this particular round than playing 1-star Vi, 1-star Seraphine. But not 100% sure on that. But again, this is off to a really good start. Um, I have the 2-star Leona. I'm about to get the Diana, and now I also have the Taric, so I can get ASL here. And it's even a creep round too, so I don't have to worry about. I keep rolling here. Oh, I'm running for the Zoe. That's right. That's why I don't have the Zoe. There she is. Okay. But now I have all the Targons. There we go. 5 Targon. So perfect. Never gonna need this Jarvan again. He's not really part of my comp. I'm trying to play around Freljord stuff, sell the Demacia stuff. But yeah, this is going really nicely. Like this is what the guide said to do. I'm just following the guide to a T, and I'm actually hitting the things I need. So I don't know if you call it a high roll. I guess getting the Taric was probably the biggest high roll so far this game. I don't think anything else was a particular high roll. I just played Lost Streak into Econ, so that's just what you would expect to happen. I also get a early Shyvana here. I'm like, okay, let's get rid of these stupid Targons that I don't need anymore. I'm like, okay, a lot of stuff to do here this turn. I see I got my ASL items. Let's get that done first. I'm like, do I need to roll? Should I level? I'm like, let's go ahead and level. Try to get in the Piltover stuff. I'm not sure if this is the strongest board or not. I have a lot of items I gotta figure out what to do. I also have 2 snippers, 2 Gwen snippers. I was trying to figure out like, okay, what can I do with my Gwen snippers? I don't really have time to figure it all out though. Still need anti-heal and shred. I don't have any shred options yet, but I do have anti-heal, so go ahead and slam that. Seraphine's a good applier of anti-heal. Her ult basically hits the whole board. Okay, just sell off some of this other stuff. Again, I'm kind of holding the Freljord shell, hoping to play around that. I go down to 2 Invoker. There's no way to play 4 Invoker plus all this other stuff that I'm on my way. Okay, so then the guy says to look for combat on the last one. Look for a combat augment. So I'm like, okay, look, I considered Pandora just because I have so many. I want more tank items. I also considered grab bag, but again, the guide said to play combat, so I'm like, okay. Like it's not clear to me whether grab bag would have been better than last second save, but the guide that I was trying to follow specifically said look for combat. So I'm like, okay, I'll look for combat. And here I'm just trying to figure out within my current units what's the best board to play here. I mean, this looks about right without rolling a bunch deeper. Like, I'm not sure, like, at this point, I'm not sure if I should be rolling for. The guide says to roll for a 2-star 4 cost. So maybe I should be rolling for Braum and Taric here. It said to look for a frontliner, I guess. It specifically is what the guide says to roll for. But this board looks pretty stable. Like, the synergies are clean. 3 defender, or sorry, 3 for earlier, 2 defender, 2 invoker, 2 piltover. It's like I was thinking like this should be stable, at least for the early part of stage 4. So I didn't really want to roll anymore because like I said, these synergies look really clean. And this board looks like it should be pretty stable. I got the Invoker emblem on the ASL. which is supposed to be very good. Again, it gives him mana back when he casts. Um, like 20, you get like 25% of your max mana back when you cast. I looked at my Thieves Glove here. I'm like, ooh, I do not want Edge and Knight on my tank. So I was like, well, eventually I do want to get rid of this Leona. She's my only upgraded frontliner. It's probably wrong to get rid of her this turn. I ended up putting the Diana in. I really should have put the Shyvana in because Shyvana's a better. She gives you like the durability aura, and I really just need tankiness right now. I don't need like a secondary carry yet. So I think putting in the Diana over the Shyvana was incorrect here. They're both perfectly good. Well, I think Shyvana's even better with the Thieves Glove than Diana. Diana kind of needs more specific items, but again, it's really close. This actually could have been a Shyvana difference, to be honest, although, maybe if my Ace had gotten one more cast. I could have even sold the Diana too and made 40. Again, I'm not really familiar with all the ins and outs of playing this line, so just kind of winging it, doing my best here. I do want to save the Diana, or sorry, the Shyvana, because if I ever get a Swain, I really want to play Swain and Shyvana on my board. What do I need here? I need frontline. I have a sword and a bow on my bench. So it's like, I don't even have a second real frontline item. I have a Steadfast Heart and a Bloodthirster. So I was like, okay, what can I make here? I was like, I took the tier. Oh, I was gonna make the Shiv. Yeah, I guess because I didn't have any way to slam my frontline component, I decided to just slam the shred. Okay, and then after that last round, I didn't feel good after selling my two-star Leona. So I'm like, okay, I really need to hit something. Okay, there we go. That's a frontliner. And then I'm like, I think I realized the fact that I played this Diana. I'm like, should I really don't think Diana is the optimal board here. See if I make this change here or not. It doesn't look like I do. I have these three snippers, but it's like, what can I even like my Ace items are perfect. I don't need to change those. I could snip my Seraphine items plus my Taric items and try to make a better set of tank components. But Seraphine basically has the perfect Seraphine item. She has the Shred and the Anti-Heal, so like that's exactly what you want for Seraphine. So it'd be hard to make better items for her. And then like again, if I break apart the Bloodthirster, I get another sword. So it's like, what am I gonna do with another sword? Yeah, a little rough on the components. Just checking my stacks there on ASL. He's like mid 300 or something. I mean, it kind of went pretty quickly there, but still doing a lot of damage. Okay, here I finally realized that, wait a minute, why am I playing this one-star Diana? I already saw the Leona. They added in this patch 16.3 a synergy between Diana and Leona. If you want to carry Diana, she gets like stacking AP every second or something. I don't know the exact, but I already saw Leona, so again, I'm not worried about secondary carry. I already have items on Seraphine, so like I'm not trying to build items for Diana at this point. I'm only down to 2 Targon, which does mean my Stardust stacks slower. But I think, from what I understand from the guide, you don't need a lot of Targon. Like, if, as long as your board is strong, you'll get to the 700 or whatever it is now, as long as your board is strong. So this is much different. I actually did upload a ASL video like a month or so ago, back like in the original in the launch patch when ASL was much different. In that version of the launch patch, you just have to get ASL to cast as much as possible. And if you go back and watch that video, I had like a radiant blue buff and I had like a adaptive helm or something. So it was a completely different build. And in that build, I actually played 6 and 5 Targon for much longer because it was much harder to stack ASOL back then. Like you really needed the actual extra Targons. But you don't anymore, I guess. I'm like, look at all these offensive components. I'm like, okay, well, I need defensive components. I'm like, okay, well, I can unlock a Skarner at least. I was still thinking like, can I snip anything and make better components? But like, not really. Like I can snip the Bloodthirster, but it's like, I guess still get a sword out of it. So it's like, what am I gonna do with another sword? Again, I'm hoping this board is stable. So my goal now is to get to 9 and roll for ASOL 2. So I kind of, according to the guide it says get 2-star 4-cost frontliner. So I have the Taric, and then go 9 and roll for ASOL. So I'm hoping this is stable. I mean, ASOL's supposed to be broken. Unfortunately, he's getting hit by this Yunara. Oh, she doesn't quite kill him, thank God. Oof, that was close. I mean, I think the rest of my board would have been fine anyway, but ASOL almost got sniped by Yunara. So yeah, I mean this is the broken ASOL. The reason why he's broken is he's so strong on 1-star. You can see like how is this board winning? Like a 1-star ASOL, like how is he winning? Like on this at he's beating like 2-star 4 costs and stuff. Like you could argue that's not the way TFT is designed to work, and that's why ASOL is getting nerfed. In fact, he's getting nerfed today as I speak as I record this video. ASOL is getting nerfed. I'm trying to figure out like I'm like, oh my god, a two-star fiddle. How do I play this two-star fiddle? I ran out of time. I'm like, surely I have to play two-star fiddle. I'm like, is it over the Kiana? Or sorry, over the Nico? I'm like, surely I have to get a two-star fiddle on this board somehow. I'm like, well, my carry items, my secondary carry items are already on Seraphine. I don't actually care about this Lysandra, so I'm like, oh, I'll just sell the Lysandra pair. She's just giving me Invoker, 25% more mana on Asol. She's literally doing nothing else at this point. Actually, I'm still at this point in time, I'm still playing Freljord. I'm like, okay, enough of this one-star Freljord nonsense. I don't need this one-star. I'm not really playing defenders. I guess I did have defender on my board actually. Maybe I should have taken out the Braum instead. But Braum's such a better unit. I get to put the Thieves Glove on two-star fiddle, which just feels really good. Like that's the exact kind of thing you want to put on a two-star fiddle is a Thieves Glove. There's my second ace. I'm really hoping that I win this round so I can buy that ace without selling anything. Again, Braum doesn't even have any synergies on this board. I'm just holding it because like I just need frontline. It doesn't really matter. Like I don't have the traits for it anymore, but like it's still a good frontline unit if you upgrade him to two-star. Tarek got nerfed. Tarek is actually a worse tank now than he was in the previous patches of set 16. They made him more of an aura bot. So as soon as I two-star any other frontline 4 cost or 5 cost, I'm going to move Tarek's items, I hope. Like, note to pass me. Make sure you move your Tarek items once you upgrade some units. Took another tank item here. I just need more tank items. Like my backline's already itemized, so and I already have a Thieves Glove for my whatever, either Shyvana or Fiddlesticks, whichever one gets like good Thieves Glove. I've pointed like I really need that Swain right now. I'd much rather have a two-star Swain than a two-star Braum, but I mean to this point I've seen zero Swain, so can't really do anything about this. The other thing you can do is you can play Shurima, but because I have the Invoker emblem, it's kind of hard to fit Shurima on this board. It's like, do I want Defender or do I want the Aura from Skarner or Piltover? Like, I'm trying to like decide of all these options which one is better. In the end, I just keep my current board. I think the Aura from Skarner is better than Defender too. I don't know. And I don't have Arcanist yet, so I don't get the Arcanist bonus from putting in Nico. Again, I'd much rather have a two-star Swain than this Braum, but I never even saw a single Swain, so gotta put it to it. But I mean, this you can see why this comp is broken. You can see why it's so good right now. Like it's like one star ASOL. I'm on a win streak, 6 rounds, basically since 4-1 or whenever I got the ASOL on. I've been on a win streak. Finally get the Swain. This is what I've been looking for the whole time. Again, I'd rather have two-star Skarner, two-star Swain, and get rid of the Braum, but I just don't have. I'm trying to figure out how to get this Nico, and I'm like, it gives me Defender and Arcanist. I'm like, how do I get this Nico in? Like, surely there must be a way to get this Nico in, but like, I just couldn't find it. I could sell the two-star Braum, but that feels really bad. So at this time, I'm like, well, I guess I just have to go 10 to play Nico. Like, I don't see any other way to like change this board to get this Nico on it. But I really need the two-star ASL before I go 10. I mean, I have a pair of ASLs, so it doesn't make any sense to go 10. There's only 4 players left in the lobby also, so although one other player is win streaking, he's at 94 HP, so this could be a grudge match at the end. We'll see how it goes, but yeah, knocked out that player. It's down to at least 3 players here. I sold the Skarner. I'm just like, there's just no way I can get to Skarner. Like, okay, here I have some time to like fix my components. Go ahead and use all these Gwen Stempers I've been holding on to. Okay, with 3 vests, I'm gonna need at least one Bramble. So I'll go ahead and make that first, and then I'll probably end up making a decal with all these cloaks. I could probably just make that right away. I don't know. Actually, the other player died too. It's just me and this other. It's down to 2 players here actually. So step one is to get the ASOL. I just need the ASOL. Like I said, normally you play this with Shurima, but like it's kind of hard with the. There's the Swain I was looking for. It's kind of hard with the Invoker Emblem. Okay, there's a two-star of that. That's okay. It's like I don't actually need the two-star Lysandra. It doesn't do anything. I really just want. Okay, there's the ASOL. I'm like, okay, definitely don't need. Yeah, I don't need the Shurima stuff. Again, if you weren't playing Invoker, then the Shurima stuff makes more sense. What am I looking for here? Actually already had a. Trying to figure out my last components here. I think I end up remaking the Bloodthirster because it's just like whatever. I mean that's like an okay item. But yeah, I beat the guy who's on a win streak. He had a Oriana reroll, which is actually another new comp that's popular this patch. I'm like, ooh, Shyvana too. Okay, surely these items are better on Shyvana. I'm like, do I want to remove these exact items or do I want to snip them for some different items? I was trying to decide, is the Steadfast Heart better than the Titans on Shyvana? I'm like, well, let's try the Titans. I think I like this better. Titans Resolve on Shyvana better than Steadfast Heart. But I mean, this board's looking really nice now. I mean, this is looking really good. I gotta say, I don't have anything to do with this glove. Just slam it wherever. Again, I still want to level and try to play this Nico, but a little bit kind of. Like I said, I'm kind of far from from leveling, but at least told the Zillions. I mean, Zillion does help you level, so like he's giving me some free experience. Maybe if this grudge match between the two of us goes a really long time, all the way to stage 7, maybe I'll finally make it to 10 and get to play this Nico finally. But yeah, this is the board. This is my version. This is what I built for the Invoker version of the broken ASOL board. So this is it in progress here, or in effect. And yeah, I mean it's looking pretty strong. I don't think did I check my I wasn't paying attention. I got distracted there for a second. Did I check my star count on my ASOL yet? I'm not sure what he's at yet. I don't think I have the meteors yet. But even then, he did 20k and like look at how much true damage he did too. It's like insane. I don't really need any items. If this is just the glove, I could put that on Swain or Tarek or whatever. Another Shyvana item could be good too. And then like IFFs. I don't know if he was going for that Thieves Glove and he like really wanted it or something, or who knows. Anyways, you got a chance to see the quote unquote broken 16.3 ASO comp. I probably won't play it again. I just want to get one game in, see how it goes. But it's gonna get nerfed today, so it should be back down to more of a normal build after that. But yeah, thanks for watching. It was fun. Take care.